Thanks to a motivated community, this next group, this society, is on the brink of launching a significant showpiece of nature restoration on Picton's doorstep. Let's hear their story. Kaipupu Point Mainland Island Society, representing the Marlborough district.
Well, good morning, everyone. Isn't that magic? It's Picton, right at the centre of New Zealand, the gateway to the South Island, front door of the Marlborough Sounds, and it's right on my doorstep. I'm Alistair Soman, Mayor of Marlborough, and I'm proud to have this treasure in our hands. It's a project that's captured the minds and hearts of a town, Picton's own natural paradise, right on the waterways in and out of Picton. But I'll let you hear it from one of the passionate people directly involved in Kaipupu Point, their secretary, Joe O'Connell.
Hello, I give a hoot, and it's great to be in a room of so many people who give a hoot as well. Feels bloody good. All right, but time's of the essence. We've already had 1 minute and 6 seconds over there. So I'm here to tell you, what do we give a hoot about? How are we giving a hoot, and why giving a hoot has such a great impact on our environment and the community. So we give a hoot about creating an Indigenous Marlborough Sounds wildlife sanctuary, where the natural ecosystems, native flora and fauna can flourish in a predator-free environment that can be appreciated by all. So why is this vital? It's actually of national significance. The stats are absolutely mind-blowing. New Zealand's forest is considered the second most threatened in the world. The reason is because it's so special and so tiny. We broke away from Gondwana land 80 million years ago, had 80 million years to become a bird land of amazing trees and creatures and lizards and insects and no predators, and birds ruled the roost literally, and they were top of the food chain. 800 years ago, humans arrived, and things have been downhill ever since. A really scary statistic, Jan Wright, who's the Parliamentary Commissioner on the Environment, she said that, like good things, 1/3 of our entire landmass is DOC reserve. Only 1/8 of that landmass has any pest control. So we're really staring at a catastrophe, and I agree with Sir Paul Callaghan there. 34% of our endemic species, these are endemic, and if you don't know what that means only found in New Zealand. We don't have a Great Wall of China. We don't have Stonehenge. This is our heritage. This is what defines us on the world stage as being truly special. And if we lose it, it's going to be, everyone's lost forever. So the main culprits, no surprises here, and this is not counting dogs and pigs and things, or counting plants, invasive plants like, have a look at old man's beard out the window when you drive somewhere nowadays, or convolvulus, or the climbing fuchsia, or the wilding pines. I mean, it really is a really, really serious situation. So these are our main culprits. I swear I'm not the only woman. There's another 2 or 3 women in the team. I want to draw your attention to Reg Dawkins in the front. He's 94. He's our oldest volunteer, and he's just tremendous. He's our official timekeeper, which is prompting me to get on with the speech. So the important thing on our timeline, we started in 2005, and it was a Department of Conservation land in Portland, and they allowed us access to get in there and make the reserve. And because the situation's so dire, you've got to ring fence areas, and basically you save those, and you hope that satellite areas come out of that, the birds radiate out and things. But we put up the fence in 2008, and it was our first tangible thing that we had going for us, because we're very much a community-driven thing. We don't have a great deal of money, but we're on track to open to the public this year, which is fantastic. We've just finished the jetty, but I'll tell you our vision. We want to be a time capsule of Gondwana land. We want to turn back the clock. And we want it to be free for everyone to enjoy. So it will be always free to go to. We don't want to charge, but it's boat access only. This is what it looks like. Imagine the bird song in the upper canopy and the lower canopy. The whole thing is you've got to get it all right from the ground up or the trees down, however you look at it. We want it to be a live classroom that thousands of children will never forget. And a slice of what makes us unique. Possibly even a sanctuary for baby kiwi. At the end of the day, it's going to be a sanctuary for some vital broodstocks because the situation is that bad. This is how we're giving a hoot. We've basically got 3 fields of activity. We've got field activity, support activity, and educational activity, and they're all feeding into each other, kind of like cogs, hopefully. So the field activity is all pretty obvious. Most of the things on this list are all about getting the sanctuary established. Fences, weed eradication, restorative planting. And this stuff here is mainly about, other than the introducing threatened species, is mainly about making it accessible to people. And so this is an older shot. That fence now goes into the sea on both sides. We've just finished that. And as you can see, it's pretty steep. And it's prone to a bit of slipping. So this is some of our volunteers out there. We've only got one part-time person, and we're constantly looking for grants to keep her going because she's brilliant. We've got guys making traps and the support of Doc there, which is brilliant. And these guys made the jetty. It's now finished in a rock wall. So we have our field activity, we have our support activity. Half of that is about awareness, and the other half is about raising funds. And awareness is really about keeping up the energy and keeping people excited and telling them about our progress and things like, the wee flyers that you had on your desk and the magnets. It's about making it fun and trying to appeal to young people and old people and like the illustration in that pamphlet, that was project coordinator's sister's an illustrator, and with our movie, turns out that Alan, our chairman, knows a helicopter pilot, a cameraman and an editor, and they all gave their time for free because once people kind of understand, what it's going to do, and it really is of national significance, but just locally too, for our community in Picton and for Marlborough. So this is some of our volunteers in our shop. So this is community activity, and then we've got the educational activity. All right, we're back to, and look at the kids. This is a funny shot with the dead weasel. What we're doing is we're bringing together the environment, we're bringing together the community, educational benefits. We've got kids out there planting seeds and trees. They'll come back with their children one day. They'll become the guardians of the future. And all of this will have an economic effect. It's going to be absolutely fantastic for Picton, for Marlborough, for New Zealand. Everyone's getting behind it. And I don't know what you missed then. It mustn't have been worth it because I think we're nearly at the end of the speech. But we're really building something positive. We're linking the past, our heritage, our ecological heritage, with a living link with the future. And with the children coming on and the generations, we work with all the schools around Marlborough, and we have nurseries, and they come out as preschoolers, and then they come out as primary schoolers, and then secondary schoolers, and we're really encouraging them. In 20 years, they'll go, I planted those trees. And, and we'll have bird song. We'll have the bird song that Captain Cook talked about, and Joseph Banks, they'd never heard such melodious music, and that was in Ship Cove at the top of the Sounds in 1770 on the 17th of January. There's just so much you could say, but I've really got to wrap it up, I think.
Well done.
Yeah.
Oh, don't go away.